The process of the IIP certification last year could be compared to a childbirth, which is often considered a thing to be feared. Last year, as we took the challenge to be among the first regional offices to be initially assessed, there was an overarching anxiety for doing so, especially since the process was something new. There's a very nice quotation from Miyazawa Kenji, Japan's most loved author, which says, "We must embrace pain and burn it as a fuel for our journey." That is exactly what we did in this IIP journey. Gary Zukov, an American spiritual leader and author of 4 consecutive New York Times bestsellers, including The Seat of the Soul, likewise said, "Our pain is an opportunity for us to learn about ourselves." That is why we took the 2014 IIP assessment report presented by Janet Webster seriously and positively to improve the processes at the CSE-NCR, not only to prepare for the bronze accreditation, but ultimately make our people successful and happy. After all, we sincerely believe in what IIP advocates, that good people make great business. In the 2014 IIP assessment report, several recommendations were made for the regional offices to adopt and consider. On learning and development, number 1. Although there is currently a 3-year learning and development prepared by central office, it was suggested that the regional offices also prepare their own regional training plan for their people, as learning activities are not limited to only central office programs. Number 2. It was also suggested that regional offices consider a solution for the few people who are not able to attend learning and development programs because of their work responsibilities, so that they have the opportunity to attend the programs that target their mission-critical competencies. Number 3, refine the LAP process and ensure consistency in completing and discussing them with supervisors to involve them in supporting people to apply their learning. It was also recommended that the regions develop a process for evaluating the impact of learning and development on performance and as a means of estimating the cost of learning so that senior managers can be confident that the investment is paying off. Number 4, it was further suggested that new hires also need to undergo an orientation specific to the region, specifically to gain a full understanding of the overall work of the regional office and its objectives and targets. On involvement and empowerment, IIP suggested that regular meetings become a standard so that everyone has an opportunity to be part of team decisions. Institutionalizing post-review meetings for major activities would give the teams insights on what went well and would involve them in deciding what can be improved. It is further suggested that a mentoring program be considered to help prepare people for higher level positions. On leadership, in terms of rewards and recognition, it was recommended that regions come up or suggest additional simple rewards and recognition programs that can be instituted across the offices. Understanding what motivates people to work harder may be used as basis for this. And finally, to sustain and continuously improve leadership competencies, ensure that supervisors and directors IDPs focus on continuing to develop their skills in coaching and consider using feedback from their teams to identify where they can improve on. Stimulated by these recommendations, we did not waste time. We rolled our sleeves up and got ourselves to work. A TWG action planning was conducted on April 30, 2015, and the results were a CSE-NCR action plan and a calendar of activities starting May, which we have properly endorsed to OSM. We wanted to start the preparation early so our people could enjoy the process. Actually, May and June were Do You Remember stage. We asked our managers and people to kind of look back on their own IIP aha moments and made them share it with others through pep talks during the flag-raising ceremonies. Let us highlight the major programs we have undertaken to address the recommendations and work on the 32 new indicators for the bronze accreditation. During the first semester strategy and operations review, we introduced to the management team and the PINTIG the BIN. BIN stands for CSC-NCR's Bright, Innovative, and New Programs. We solicited their comments and recommendations to further enhance the output of the process owners of these programs. The BIN includes the following: CSC-NCR Learning and Development Plan, the major component of which is an L&D implementation matrix for 2015 to 2016, where L&D requirements of every employee is mapped out. The Individual Development Plan, the Office IDP as discussed with supervisors, the competency gap, the formal and informal interventions to be attended to address the gap, the schedule of the training, and the expenses to be incurred for attending these interventions. We have crafted our own L&D framework to illustrate the process involved in the plan. Illustrate the process